everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a review of some of the lovely treats that I got in my last 2 keto crates. So this is not all from the August or the September, just because some of the things have been eaten by my husband and already thrown away, and I never personally got to taste them, or I personally didn't feel that they even deserved a review because I might have really hated it, and I didn't want to put that bad type of juju out there. So I am the Ketosis Mom. You can follow me at Ketosis Mom on Instagram. You can also find my blog at ketosismom.net. If you guys ever have any questions about different things, that is a blog. I have a lot of different blog posts on there specifically aimed towards moms in general and navigating the ketogenic diet in an easy, simple way, just because everybody's busy and I know that you guys don't have time to go pull out 50 ingredients and take an hour to prep and cook something. So check out the food gallery, check out some of my must-have items. Just go check it out. Okay, I'm going to start with these guys. Pecans, right? This is the front porch pecans. I got sea salt in my pack. I love pecans, so this to me is a no-brainer. I love these. Of course, everybody knows that when you're on a ketogenic diet, it's generally said that you're not getting enough salt anyway. So, why not? Pecans, salt, you got it all. Must-have item, okay? This. Ooh. Must-have item, okay? I actually have up on my blog, on the discount section, an area that is specifically for these and how you can get a discount on them, okay? I recommend these. Okay, the next thing is the Pala meat snacks, and I have chorizo. It's empty, you guys. These, to me, I'll be honest, they were a little high in protein. They're 14 grams of protein with 1 carb and 3.75 grams of fat with 100 calories. For me, for a 100-calorie snack to be 14 grams of protein, that's really high for me. I try to stay around 50 to 60 grams of protein each day. So I ate these just as a quick snack, but I'll be honest with you guys, they kind of reminded me of dog chews. I hate to say that. I hate to say that about you guys. I would not buy these again. I'll be honest. I would not spend my money on these again, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on those. The next thing I have, which I cannot wait to try this, because I normally make my own waffle and pancake mix. This is a no sugar added, just add water, grain-free, only 4 net gram carbs, okay? It's 130 calories, it has 6 grams of protein, 7 fiber, even better. There's 2 sugars, 11 total carbs, and then 7 fats in this. And that is, there's 4 servings in each of these, okay? I'm making this tomorrow. I honestly cannot wait to make these tomorrow. I've seen such great reviews about these. So to me, getting a keto box like this and being able to try things like this before I buy them in bulk is a must. So look on my blog as well as my Instagram for more information on these. So after I make them, I will post pictures, and I will probably be using some of my Choczero maple syrup on that. All right, next thing, I have the Mountain Ranch organic pumpkin seeds, pepitas. That's what they're called. So they have garlic, onion, apple cider vinegar, sunflower oil, cane sugar, pink Himalayan salt, black pepper, dill, thyme, and mustard. They are organic. They're called Scout Backcountry. I opened these today. I only had a few of them because, to me, the taste, you can really only have a few at a time. So if you're a snacker that you will sit and eat an entire bag of something, these are probably going to be for you, just because you can really only eat a few of them and then you're kind of over it and you're done. So for me, I'm a big snacker. That's why I subscribe to Keto Box. That's why I like to try different keto snacks out, because I'm a grazer. I eat my meal and then I kind of want something else afterwards in between meals, but I don't want to go through and get something big. I just want a small handful of something. This is good for that. They are not my favorite in the world. They're not. I'm sorry to say that. But I do like that I only want a handful of them and then I'm done. That for me is good. So if that's you too, that's a snack for you. This next thing are Flax Crackers. I got Italian herb. This is the Raw Food Central, grain-free and gluten-free. The only thing that I did not like about these, I believe, was the calories on these. So for 1 ounce of these crackers, it's 140 calories. There is also 6 carbs, which is not that great either, and 4 protein. For me personally, I was really excited about these, thinking that I could grab these out and just eat my hummus with them, where I was used to eating hummus with pretzels before, and I don't have pretzels anymore. I ate a handful of these with hummus, and I ate some without hummus. The other thing that I didn't really like about these is I thought that they were going to be squares, just like is on here. In my pack specifically, I had some that were really big. I had some that were just kind of crushed up. I don't know if it was because of the packaging or in the way that it was handled, or if that's how they all are, but I personally was not a big fan of that. I felt like they should have stayed more in these squares, and then I would have been happy because I would have been able to say, oh, okay, I can have, you know, this many and it's going to be an ounce instead of a handful of crumbs, if that makes sense to you guys. So I liked them okay. I probably would not buy them again. So that's another thing, I'm sorry to say. They taste good, they have good flavor. I just don't know that I would buy it again. Okay, next I'm going to go into my Milkadamia. I personally get this on Amazon. I'll throw up a link down on the bottom for you guys. Sometimes I can find it at, you know, like a TJ Maxx or Marshall's Home Goods type store, and if I can, they're usually anywhere between, I don't know, like $3 to $6, depending on the store and also depending on the expiration date that you get. The only thing that I don't like about this is that you have to use it. It's recommended that you use the entire container within 7 days after opening it. I personally don't drink that much milk. I will use this in my bulletproof coffee. I will use this for this next product that I was just talking about. I use it in some of my baked items. So for that aspect of it, I really like this. I do like the flavor. This is unsweetened vanilla. Unsweetened vanilla is also what I got actually at TJ Maxx Marshalls. So this obviously is a recommend to me. I will also throw up a link for this, and I believe this is also one of my recommended products that's on my blog if you go to the gallery. I just really like Milkadamia. It's only 1 carb, 1 protein, and there's 5 grams of fat with 50 calories. Good deal. Okay, so moving on from the Milkadamia, I did get an Ultima packet. I already have a whole drawer of these. This is something that I definitely think everyone needs in their life, especially when you're starting to drink a lot more water and getting off soda and other products like that. This is a definite for me. There's electrolytes in this, calcium, phosphorus, sodium, magnesium, potassium, chloride. To me, there's a whole packet in here about the different aspects of hydration. I will throw up a link for these as well as at the bottom. I truly believe in the variety pack when you first start, just because I personally didn't know what flavor I was going to like, and I didn't want to commit to a whole canister of this before I knew that I liked the flavor. So I'll throw out the link for the variety pack at the bottom. This, when you're first starting your ketogenic diet, in my opinion, really helps with those keto flu symptoms. It also helps trying to kind of flush your system of things that your body really no longer needs. So this, as well as sometimes I will put this with water in one of my big Bubba Kegs. I'll throw up the link for what I'm talking about on a Bubba Keg below as well. And I'll put some apple cider vinegar in with it. And this helps cut that apple cider vinegar flavor for me, because it's not always the best in the world, and I'm not always really, wanting it, but the Ultima definitely helps. I have had this before, actually. This is a collagen nut butter. It is the salted caramel. This, again, is 13 grams of protein with 1 net carb and 0 sugar. It's 148 calories. So I'll be very honest. I'm not a huge fan of collagen protein. I'm also not a huge fan of added protein into the diet outside of the meat that I eat. I used to do a lot of protein. I used to do a very high protein, low carb diet before I started keto. And once I started keto, it's more moderate protein, and I do moderate to low protein. So for me to have 148 calories be 13 grams of my protein for the day, with only 10 fat and then 1 net carb, just in a little packet like this, is not really worth it to me. If you want something that's high protein and you want something that's quick and easy to go, then this might be for you. The taste is just kind of okay. It's not, it's not like you're going and eating a chocolate caramel. It's just not. It's not the same. So if you're used to things that are high protein and the flavor of those, like a lot of the Quest bars and just things like that, then you might be okay with this. I'm not a huge fan. That's why it's still in the packet. This next item, I was going to eat it this morning, and then I personally forgot. This is called, I'm assuming, Nush, N-U-S-H. It is organic flax and organic coconut. It's a blueberry cake. There's 3 net carbs and 1 sugar on here. But when I looked on the back, one of these cakes is 160 calories, and it has 18 overall carbs. There are 11 grams of sugar alcohols, and I personally am trying to cut down on some of my sugar alcohols right now, just to try and get back on track after vacation. So I'm going to save this guy. So look for when I do eat it and have a review on there. Just because I did not eat like I was supposed to on vacation, and I want to try and get that under control. And so for the next probably 2 weeks, I'm going to be really cutting down on sugar alcohols. It's very moist. I can feel that it's moist. It looks good. I would love to eat it, but I'm going to tell myself no for right now. This next item, I was very, very excited to have this in this last Keto Krate, because I had been looking at purchasing this because my husband eats cereal like no one's business. He eats cereal constantly. He's like that guy off of Big Brother that was just eating cereal all the time last year. The guy with the gray hair. I don't even remember his name. Isn't that awful? I just remember he ate cereal. So this is called Catalina Crunch. I got the dark chocolate artisan cereal. It's called Ditch Sugar. I loved the story behind it. I personally was a little disappointed when I opened it. I thought that it was going to look like this, more like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch type vibe. When I opened it, to me, I don't know if you guys can see that, it almost looks like the food that you get when you go to like a wild animal park or to go feed ducks and geese. It's I don't want to say dog food because it's much, much smaller than dog food. Almost like, bird food, small animal, guinea pig type food. It smells just like cocoa, and for a very good reason. It is made with chocolate cocoa. The thing that I did not like about this after I started eating it, other than the taste, because I hate to tell you, Catalina Crunch, but I couldn't finish my bowl. I had this with my Milkadamia in it. I could not finish the bowl. I asked my husband to taste it. He said he did not want to taste it just based on how it looked and smelled, and I ended up throwing it away. This says that it has pea protein, potato fiber, corn fiber, chicory fiber, acacia fiber, agar gum, tapioca flour, sunflower oil, cocoa, baking powder, sea salt, calcium carbonate, natural flavors, stevia, vitamin E, mixed with some other things. This was not for me. I'm glad that I got it in my Keto Krate and I did not spend the extra money on this, because I will tell you that the price for this is rather high for this small bag, and when you get it, it's not the full bag full. It's just like when you open a bag of chips, right, and you open it up and it's like way down here, and you're kind of disappointed by it. It is 9 ounces. It's made in New York City. It says 0 grams of sugar, but it does have 12 total carbs with 7 fiber, 8 grams protein, 90 calories, 4 fat, and that's only for 3/4 of a cup, or 26 grams if you go by grams. I would not buy this again. That's me personally. You might love this. It might be your godsend because you love cereal so much. I did not like the taste. It almost had this weird aftertaste when you're eating it. It's not for me. I'm sorry, ditch the sugar, Catalina Crunch, but you're a no-go for me. I will not be buying you again. I will actually be eating this tonight during the football game that my husband is watching. Nacho cheese Pro Puffs, and it is super tiny. 133 calories, 6 fat. Oh gosh, maybe I won't be eating this. 21 grams of protein and 3 carbs. So this is gonna have to wait for another day because this is another high protein item, and I don't want that much protein today. So scratch that. I will not be eating this while my husband watches football tonight. Not even just a few handfuls of it. I will save this for another day. So another high protein snack, Pro Puffs. I'm assuming they're supposed to be like cheese puffs. So look for, when I do eat these, I'll do the final review for that on Instagram. The last thing that I have to say about the Keto Krate, I did have some other things in here that was really nice of them to send. They send you a lot of papers and flyers for different companies, specifically, you know, who is in here, and some people who aren't in here. So here's the Butcher's Bone Broth, and you can get a case and get $10 off. One thing that was in my last one that I did really like were these Parm Crisps that were right here. This was a great snack. If you really like cheese, you are going to love those. The other thing that I really liked were these Smartcakes. I'll throw up a picture of those on here because I was so excited to have this in my last Keto Krate that I ate them almost immediately. You get 2 cakes in each packet, which I thought was awesome. And it almost feels like you're having a little bit of like a little cheat, and it's just amazing. So Smartcakes, definitely I recommend those. Overall, I do recommend getting a subscription box. You don't have to get Keto Krate. There's a lot of different keto boxes that you can get, or even low carb boxes. There's also some options on Amazon. I'll throw some links up to those down below because it's not a subscription. It's just a one-time thing. And I know that keto snacks and keto foods or low carb foods, they're expensive, right? You know, this cereal alone is expensive. You shouldn't buy something until you know that you like it. I had been looking at the Smartcakes for a while. I knew that I was going to try and buy them, but I decided to wait because I saw some people posting how their Keto Krate had some in there, and I wanted to try it first. You know, don't waste your money on things that you're not sure if you like or not. I have normally a pretty sweet tooth. I don't like things that have a really weird aftertaste. I don't like things that are high in protein just because they also have a weird aftertaste and during taste for me. So I'm trying to do reviews of everything that's in here that I know that I personally am going to buy again. I know that I will buy the Pecans. I know that I will buy the Smartcakes. Choczero was not in here, but I buy Choczero like nobody's business. I'll throw up a link to that below as well. I buy Milkadamia. I buy it whenever I see it. And Ultima. I buy Ultima. I keep a whole drawer full of it. There's some things that are good, there's some things that are bad, but it's up to you and your taste buds. What do you like? What are you craving? I love when I get these boxes just because throughout the day, if I'm craving just a little something, I can go grab just a little piece, try it, nibble on it, see what it's like, see if I like it, and maybe save it for later when I do have more macros for it, especially the higher protein or higher carb items. So I hope this helped some of you guys. I'll continue to do reviews like this on different ketogenic snacks and things that I use to cook with, bake with, or finds. Like I said, Milkadamia, a lot of times you can find at TJ Maxx, Marshall's, Home Goods. And you can find it a lot cheaper than you would anywhere else, specifically at your grocery store. So always dig through those aisles when you go to those type of stores, because yeah, it might be expiring in the next 3 to 6 months, but chances are you're going to eat it before then anyway. Okay, so follow me on Instagram. I used to be Journey to Slim Jim. Journey to Slim Jim is now at Ketosis Mom. KetosisMom.net is also the blog, and I will continue to load different meals and snacks and baked goods that I make into MyfitnessPal under Journey to Slim Jim. So if you need to find any of those based on the recipes that you see on YouTube, you can still find those at Journey to Slim Jim on MyfitnessPal. Bye everybody.